Alright, here we go. This video is basically a axe sale video. The next batch of hand forged axes are in. Couple of things I wanted to talk about first was if you're new to the channel, thanks for showing up, thanks for the support. I'm trying really hard to get to 10,000 subscribers, so kind of almost there. I'm at, I need like 600 or 700 more subscribers and I'll be at 10,000. That's a huge accomplishment for me. I appreciate everybody that's here and subscribed, and all the people that comment all the time. There's a few of you that comment every video, and I take note of that, you know what I mean? Like I pay attention to all that. I don't respond every single time, but I notice when people are watching all the time, and I like that. So and that brings up another thing. I got a lot of footage right now. Been filming a lot of jobs. I've actually been so busy that there's been a few jobs that I wasn't able to film, and I really wish I would have had the time to bring the camera and do that. So things are just kind of hectic right now. It's tree work in Grants Pass. It's like when it's here, take it, you know what I mean? Because there's times where it gets pretty slow. But it's go time right now, and lots of big removals every day. This last week was brutal, and I talk about that in a couple of my videos. Yeah, so and I've been trying a little bit harder, different camera angles, more cameras, a camera on the ground. All that stuff takes time, and especially when it comes down to putting the video together, having two separate cameras really throws a mix in the gears, it's pretty easy. Usually a lot of my videos are one camera and it's just on and off when the action shots are happening, and when you go to edit that, it's really easy just to glue clips together. And when you have more than one camera, you gotta pick and pull from each one, and takes a little bit more time. But I noticed in one of my last videos I did that, and people were actually saying that the video was better, and I know it's from getting different angles and stuff. So and not just helmet cam all the time. One of my last videos I just did the other day, I had the camera on the clamp and I was me in the shot cutting, people like that. But I feel like helmet cam is where you're gonna get the most, where you're gonna see the most, because you're seeing everything that I see. Like when I'm cutting and then I'll follow the piece with my head, you get to see the piece getting cut and go to the ground. You're seeing everything I see, and the cool thing about clamping the camera somewhere else and watching is you can actually see me in the clip, but you don't get to see the piece drop unless I have another camera on the ground or somewhere else, so my point is I'm trying a little bit harder. I'm trying to step up video production a little bit when I have time. A lot of these videos I got footage of recently. I took the time to do it, and then some of them I just threw the camera on my helmet, no intro, just turn on, turn off on all the action shots, so I hope you guys like that. Maybe throw a comment down below if there's always something I can do better, but and everybody has different opinions on what they like and stuff, so it's kind of hard to pick and pull from what people want, Couple people recently, couple trolls been hating on the music on the shorts, and when I get that hate, I just delete, because if you're gonna judge me over a song choice, then I'd rather just not have your subscription. You know what I mean? If you're gonna judge me on a song, that just tells me the kind of person you are, you know what I mean? And I'd rather not have you around. So if you're not liking what I'm doing, feel free to not watch or whatever. But and that's on the short videos. And I just make a short video and I go through some music and I pick a song I think would be cool for that video. And I'm not trying to please everybody, you know. It's like taking 100 little kids to the same restaurant and expecting them all to like the food there, you know what I mean? It doesn't work. So anyway, let's get into the axe. So if you're new here, I do a batch of these axes about every 2 months. I do the vintage ones in the meantime all the time, but these ones are actually these are hand forged. I'm not hand forging them, I'm having them made. Basically it's a national design pattern, national pattern. Here's one of the 5s. It's got my stamp, the 5-pound weight stamp. And Honecker Blacksmithing is the guy that's doing it. This is his stamp, and then Made in USA. And ideally I started these for a wedge banging axe, and then a lot of guys were like, I want to split, you know, I want one on a curved handle and I want to split with it. And the first batch was real, they were real narrow and they weren't good for I mean, I'm sure they'd split, but they weren't ideal for splitting. So ever since then, I started having them make them real fat with a splitting profile. So you could put this on a straight handle and bang with it, or you could put it on a longer curved handle and split with it. People ask me all the time, I want an axe that I can bang wedges with and split. Well, this head you can do that with, but really it comes down to handle choice. You know, like if you're going to be out banging wedges all the time, you're going to want a straight handle. And if you're going to be splitting, you're wanting a longer curved handle. So it's kind of hard to say this is a splitter, or it's hard to say. It's hard to get an axe that's good for both. You can have a head that's good for both, but it comes down to the handle choice of what you're going to do with it primarily. So I always suggest run 2 axes, you know what I mean? Run one with a straight handle and run your splitter with a longer curved handle. Have 2 axes, you know. Then they're specified for each thing, you know. They're really good at that one thing, not okay for both, you know. So anyway, I got the 5-pounders and 4-pounders. Same thing, just 4 pounds. And then this time I had a few 3.5-pounders made. A couple guys asked me about for something lighter than 4 pounds, so I had some 3.5ers made. And ideally these will be sweet for like timber fallers that are cutting a strip, and maybe they're hiking into their strip and they're trying to go in pretty lightweight and they just need like a smaller axe. They don't want to carry around a 5-pound axe with them the whole day. You see a lot of cutters around here, they'll carry around a smaller axe. So this is kind of focusing on that for those guys. And then West Coast Saw, Gordy, he just put out this 20-inch handle. And these 3.5s are going to pair up really nice with the 20-incher. And you know, this might just be a West Coast thing, but they like the short handle, and they're one-handing a lot, you know. So these 20-inch handles are gonna pair up really nice with the 3.5s. It would, a 4-pounder would probably pair up with it really nice. The 5 would definitely probably be too heavy for these short handles. Cut myself. So 3.5s on the 20s is pretty ideal. This is the first time I ever got any 3.5s, and there's only 4 of them, and Gordy's getting one of them, so actually there's only 3. And then this is just my personal preference. If I was to get a 4-pounder, I'd go with the 26. So this is a West Coast 26-inch handle. It's the same handle, just longer. And the 4s pair up with the 26 really nice. I mean, it makes the most sense. And then we got 28s, West Coast 28s, and a 5-pounder on the 28 is what I run. I'm tree service, residential tree service, and I like the heavier head. I'm not hiking in anywhere. I just have it in the truck. I'm usually right next to what I'm cutting, and a little bit longer handle to two-hand it, more head weight, and they pair up really nice. So and then so the West Coast handles are, I lean towards those because for a couple reasons. It's got a really fat round eye, and these fit in those eyes really well. Another thing is whatever he soaks these in, the wood soaks it up really good, and the oil that soaks into these, it creates a really strong handle. And the heads have really fat eyes, so you end up getting a lot of wood in there, and the more wood in there, the more thickness of wood in there, the stronger it's going to be. I've seen a lot of axes break off right here, and it's because they have really small eyes, and you got to take a bunch of wood off to get it in there, and then you end up with a weak point right there. So these stay really thick, you know. So they're my favorite. But also I get these Amish ones, and right now I only have 26-inch. They have a little bit different of a palm swell. They're really similar. They're really similar to a West Coast handle. The only difference I've seen is the shoulder here is a little more of a shoulder on these, on the West Coast. These are more gradual, you know. And on the West Coast handles, they taper down smaller. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's like a bat kind of. It tapers down, not real small, but if you have small hands, you're gonna like that. If you have big hands, you're gonna like this, you know. The Amish doesn't taper as much. It kind of keeps its thickness all the way down, and a little bit different of a palm swell. But the advantage to these is they have no lacquer on them. They're dry wood, they're unfinished. So the advantage to that is you can burn the wood. I don't know if you ever seen me do that. You can't burn those West Coast ones because they have lacquer, and the lacquer bubbles up and just creates a huge mess. But these Amish ones, you can burn them, and they look really sweet. I got a burnt handle right here. This is an Amish handle on a splitter. This axe is for sale. This is a 4.5 pound high test Tasmanian pattern on a 30-inch Amish handle that's been burnt, and then I use wok cut oil, which is kind of dark, so it darkens up the wood. So this is the effect that you'll get on those Amish straight ones. It'd be looking something similar to that. Kind of a cooler look. This is a random axe I made the other day. It's for sale. It's a splitting axe, Tasmanian pattern 3. This one's 335. So if you're wanting a splitter and you're not wanting to spend as much on the hand forged, I got this one available now. So yeah, that's about it on the heads and the handle choice. I got one random 25-inch Amish. I got one of these, and this would pair up cool with a 4 or a 3.5. But I only got one of them, and I only got 2 or 3 of the 26-inch Amish. So, but I got a bunch of the West Coast in all different lengths. So I think that's it. This is the actual sale video. I'll put my phone number on the screen, and you can text me, and I'll also put it in the description of the video. They're probably going to go fast. There's only a batch every 2 months, and there's only 12 of them. So, and a couple of them are already spoke for. So yeah, that's it. Help support me, and all this helps support the channel. So thanks for watching.